All right, everybody, this video is made for you, our PWC Chiropractic family. I want to tell you about a service that we offer and we have for a decade plus that you might not even know about. It's called our Boost Adjustment Program. Now, we called this thing Boost Adjustments a decade or more ago, long before 2021 and so forth, when a different system and a different product took the word boost, said it would do it, and didn't. This program, this service called Boost Adjustments, is massively important for our wellness families and really all families and all kids and all patients at PWC. Because of this, life has stress to it. There is growth spurts. There is back to school season. There is holidays. There is colds and flus and seasonal changes. There are trips and falls for you, mom and dad. There are stressful, chaotic times at work and at life. And that's called, mostly every day. And so stress is a part of our life. And now that you guys are established rockstar PWC patients, you're starting to not only experience all the benefits of regular adjustments, your restoration plan, if you're newer into care, those first few months, or maybe this is for many of you who've been with us for years, some of you a decade plus since the beginning. And for you, you maybe know about Boost Adjustments, but others don't. And so life has stress in it, but you do know this from the chiropractic principles and really life health principles. It's not about avoiding stress and it's not about avoiding illness in terms of how we get healthy. It's about overcoming it. And the truth is, health comes not from avoidance. Health comes from adaptability and resiliency and building up strength in our bodies, in our nervous systems, in our immune systems, in our kids, in all of us when we go through and overcome challenges. So that's a big picture idea in this very simple video to teach you what boost adjustments are, when to use them. I'm going to give you the top 10 reasons of when and why to schedule and utilize a boost adjustment with us. And then we'll talk about real quick how they work and how to get them scheduled. But I'll tell you this, I got 4 kids and a rockin' busy life, right? And so I utilize boost adjustments myself all the time. I'm a wellness patient. I get adjusted on the regular once a week at minimum, never miss it. But some weeks are crazier than others. So some weeks I sneak in there towards the end of the week and I get my boost adjustment, my second adjustment of the week. So let's kick this in. And this video, again, it's for you wellness families. It's for you consistent, awesome, amazing, cherished PWC families who maybe are going through it right now, or coming up this winter or soon, you're going to go through it, your kids are going to go through it, and you'd like to have an extra advantage to be more healthy and more resilient as you go through it. So let me just read a couple of things that you probably know because you've got kids and you've lived life, but these are some interesting stats that really bring this conversation to light. Did you know that children experience an average of 6 to 8 colds per year right now in the U.S.? Now, the cool thing is PWC well-adjusted kids experience far fewer, but they still experience some. My kids go through 1, maybe 2 colds as the seasons change and they kick off into school. That doesn't mean germs and allergens or pollen is coming at them. That just means that their nervous system, their immune system needs to get stronger to get through that season, so they get boost adjustments during their colds or congestion. Did you know that kids on average grow 2 inches and gain 6 pounds annually? Now, growth spurts are one of those things that we talk about all the time at PWC because they seem so standard and ordinary and oh-ho-hum, right? But when that body grows, and a lot of kiddos, if the average is 2 inches, that means lots of kids, like my daughter Elena, she grew 6 inches in the last 12 months. You better believe that disrupted the neuromuscular tone and coordination and function of her entire body, especially her neck, her shoulders. A lot of times you'll see your kiddos are going through growth spurts, not just physically, they're complaining about leg pains at night and whatnot, but you'll actually see their posture get worse. You'll see their coordination get kind of funky and discombobulated, and you'll know that they're in a growth spurt because their emotions and their sensory system become more dysregulated, because when the body gets stressed, the brain and nervous system get stressed. That's chiropractic, and those things can come offline. So every kiddo all the time, every year is going through growth spurts. Now, they're called spurts for a reason because they come up and they're there for a few weeks or a period of time. So that's a perfect time to schedule and get boost adjustments. But what about everything else? That's 2 very common things that kids and families go through. But I want to rip through this list so you know that these are the 10 different things that we all face all the time. Well, okay, we're going to talk about teething. we eventually get done with that. But we're going to talk about these 10 things as things that you can really pay attention to. And you'll see at the end when we talk about how to schedule boost adjustments. Now, some of this stuff, you don't know it's coming. There's no, heads up. There's no app. There's no weather app. And the weather app is usually not accurate. That says, hey, this is coming. Some of it is, though. So busy sports season, busy testing seasons, busy work seasons. That's going to make the list here in a second. And some of this you can schedule proactively. But we'll be honest, a lot of boost adjustments are there for you to schedule reactively. And the way our practice works with our app, our text system, and then you can go old school and you give us a call or stop by the front desk, you can schedule them. And because we have 8 doctors open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. most days of the week and Saturdays as well, we can get you in for a boost adjustment day of 99% of the time because you're our wellness patients. We know you well. And when you need that extra care, you get on in and you get all the way better and through it faster. That's really, that phrase right there is the whole story with boost adjustments. So number 1, immune challenges. When you or your child are fighting off an illness or a cold, you need your nervous system optimized at its best. The nervous system controls the immune system. When the nervous system and the body are moving and healthy and functioning better, drainage and congestion gets out better. So immune challenges are a big one. Number 2, growth spurts. We talked a ton about that. Teething is when the sensitive nerves that go to the jaw and go to the teeth, they're right by the upper cervical region and the brainstem region, which is where sleep and everything else is regulated for your little one. So if you want to help calm and regulate their nervous systems during a very important part of life they can't skip, which is teething, get some boost adjustments. Number 4, injuries and falls. This is our kiddos, right? I'm recording this video in my office here on the farm. We've got farm kids, and they are so very lucky that their father is a pediatric chiropractor because they fall, they trip, they do things. And I love this because we're active, and that's how life gets stronger, is through the bumps and bruises. Well, the adjustments make the body more strong, more resilient to get through those. So injuries and falls, let us know and schedule a boost adjustment or 2. Number 5, this sounds like an old wives' tale all the time on the surface. But seasonal and weather changes are a big deal to your nervous system. That is why your grandpa always says, it's going to rain. I can feel it in my knees, right? There is literally functions to that the nervous system controls. The autonomic nervous system, which is what we work with, and adjustments improve or boost the function of. The nervous system controls weather, temperature regulation. It controls pressure regulation within the body. So when temperatures, when weather, when things come in, that's why we see our seizure kiddos, our sensory kiddos, our anxiety kiddos, our pandas kiddos. They tend to have flare-ups or bigger challenges through seasonal and weather shifts. So this is one of those. And sometimes we can trust the weatherman or weatherwoman enough to say, hey, you can often proactively schedule that. Spring and fall, those are the seasonal transitions that also come with really busy school seasons and sports seasons. So you'll see that's the perfect one to highlight that a lot of times on this list of 10, your kiddo, your family might be facing 2, 3, 5, 7 of them all at once. Well, if you're facing a couple of these at the same time, then you definitely want to use boost adjustments. Number 6 and number 7, I'm going to put them together. Busy school seasons for our kids, busy work seasons for us. You ever have that happen at the same time, mom and dad? Not too often. It's just life, just way often, right? So many of our PWC families love getting nervous system focused chiropractic care because you fit our style. You're driven. You've got big goals at work, with your company, with your business that maybe we take care of many entrepreneurs. This is you all the time. Your kiddos are driven. They're healthy. They're incredible. They're going after grades. They're going after sports. They're going after extracurriculars. They're going after leadership. And when you go after things, your nervous system needs to be optimized and regulated even more. So schedule boost adjustments during busy school and work seasons. Number 8, this one we don't usually see coming, and that's a blessing, right? But we go through big changes. We go through loss. We go through loss of loved ones. We go through loss of jobs. We go through loss of relationships. And at PWC, when we say you're family to us, hear me towards the end of this video, you are family to us. And we want to surround you and support you and give you a big hug and give you some extra boost adjustments during those extra tough seasons of life, because you'd be blown away by how much better it helps us regulate our emotions and get through those tough times. Number 9, medical interventions. Now, that list goes on and on. It could be medications. It can be vaccinations. It can be all sorts of things that are going to very much stress the neurophysiological system of a child. Now, that's the only thing we want to say with this part of the conversation as to when to use boost adjustments. But it is proven that every single medical intervention has side effects. We need the nervous system. We need the immune system. We need the digestive system. We definitely need our detoxification and elimination system to be at its best when a medication or medical intervention comes into our child or our system. Surgeries, those sort of things. So we always support our families extra with boost adjustments whenever they need to go through medical interventions. And big picture, let's fly up here just for a minute. It's one of the best things about the totality of nervous system focused chiropractic care. When you have a healthy nervous system and everything is functioning and healthy and strong and there are no challenges for your child, you awesomely don't need medical interventions. If you ever wanted to just pin the tail on the donkey and say, what is one thing we could track and see whether someone is healthy or not? It is the lack of medical interventions that leads to fantastic health. It's a pretty direct coefficient or correlation. Not a mathematician, I probably butchered those two words, but the more medications, the more medical interventions that we see kids and families get, the more sick they get. And therefore the opposite is true. The less they need that stuff. Now, medicine is life-saving. I literally have a child whose Oliver's life was saved by medical interventions, medications, surgeries. Those are life-saving, but they come with side effects. Every one of them, every time, to a small degree, to a large degree, depending upon the medication, the intervention, and the child. And so a little bit of an extra conversation on this one. But when your child is going to need medical interventions, and especially if you have them scheduled ahead of time, let us know ahead of time, because it's super helpful to do boost adjustments before and after those things. And then number 10. Starting new therapies. Let's say you're adding some additional biomedical therapies, some detoxifications. We've got a whole nother video that maps out how to, it's titled Why Diet Changes and Detoxes Don't Always Work. But really what it's meant to say is how to make sure they work their best. The healing system has to go in a specific sequence. And so a lot of times it's us recommending to you, hey, let's start this. Let's go after this. Let's work with the incredible teams here, there, and everywhere to do a detox, to do an elimination, to add PT, OT, or speech. Well, in a good way, that's going to add stress to your child's nervous system because they need to take that good stuff and do good with it. So we could do boost adjustments around those as well. The coolest thing about these boost adjustments is they are just born out of reality. This is a system for our wellness patients where, again, you text, you call, you hit up the app and schedule it yourself. And many of you maybe watch this video, but I didn't know you could do that. You can. Just ask the team next time to grab your phone, make sure you have the app and learn how to schedule and do that. It's ridiculously awesome for busy families like we all are. But schedule them during these extra seasons of stress. Schedule them ahead of time if you know they're coming. But even if you don't, you wake up, your kiddo's congested. You wake up, you're stressed to the max and you can't concentrate at work. And you already had your wellness adjustment on Monday, but it's Thursday, Friday, and you got to finish that project and then have an awesome, busy, fun-filled weekend with the kids. Call, text, come in, get that boost adjustment for yourself to optimize your nervous system, because that's what this is all about. Nothing in life for any of us is really the same. I know Groundhog Day was recorded right here in Woodstock, local to us, but not every day is the same. Not every week is the same. Not every month is the same. So if you're a weekly wellness patient, which is who this is really made for, or just a regular patient on whatever schedule your care is needed to be on right now, and extra stress hits that week, then get after it, get a boost adjustment scheduled, get those benefits that are extra awesome in a time of extra need. And I hope this video helped you big time to really know, number one, this program exists at PwC and all PX offices. And number two, when to use it. And number three, how to use it. God bless. See you on the next one. Any questions whatsoever, put them in the comments below. If you've experienced the benefits of not only longstanding wellness care at PwC, but you already know all about the Boost program and you use it like crazy, would you drop a comment below as well? And just let others know, like, hey, this is how we use this for our family to make our life, our quality of life, even that much more better, even though my English isn't real great at the end of this one. So comment below if you got questions. Comment below if you have an awesome experience with this. God bless. Be well. See you on the next one.